Hello and welcome back to the Palacio de Deportes Jose Maria Martin Capena in Malaga, where today we'll be conducting the draw for the 2024 Davis Cup Qualifiers. I'm Catherine Whittaker. Earlier today, we held the draw for the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup by Gamebridge Qualifiers, and you can check out the outcome of that draw on billiejeankingcup.com. Now, though, we turn our attention to the Men's World Cup of Tennis. Of course, the 2023 final begins in just a couple of hours from now, with Italy and Australia bidding to be crowned 2023 world champions and lift some of that incredible trophy. But first, we'll be conducting the draw for next year's qualifier ties. And joining us today to help with that draw are two men who know all about winning the Davis Cup title. Welcome to ITF President David Haggerty, as well as 2023 Davis Cup Finals Tournament Director Feliciano Lopez, and the Chair of the ITF's Davis Cup Committee, Mark Woodford. Now, before we start, we can bring you some very exciting news straight away, and that is that right here, Malaga, once again, will host the 2024 Davis Cup Final 8. And to celebrate that news, we are joined on stage by Francisco de la Torre, Mayor of Malaga, Arturo Bernal, Minister of Tourism, Culture, Sport for the region of Andalusia, Francisco Salado, President of Diputación de Malaga, and Jordi Tamayo, Vice President of the RFET. And if you'd all like to pose for a photograph with that incredible trophy in celebration of today's news, that would be fantastic. Lovely. Thank you very much all for being here. Thank you. Feliciano and Mark, the last two standing, thank you very much for being here today. Feliciano, what a week it's been in Malaga. If you can, could you pick out some highlights for us?
Well, it's been incredible so far. Davis Cup, it's a great competition, and Malaga is a great example of it. And we've seen so many great matches, but if I have to pick one, I would say the match that Sinner and Djokovic played yesterday. And I think the match itself has it all. The excitement of this competition and the level they played was really amazing. So this is my highlight so far from this week.
I'm sure you're not alone. Good choice. You've represented your nation multiple times, won this title multiple times. Tell us what it means to do that, and perhaps if you can, give us an insight into how the Italian and Australian teams might be feeling right now.
Well, they should be in the locker room now, and I'm sure they'll be very nervous because this, especially Italy, I think they hasn't won the Davis Cup for, I think, 40 years when they won the last time. So yeah, they can rewrite, you know, the story and the history, today, and so they should be very nervous. And Australia, the last time they won, I think it was against us. So that's not the best memory. That's not my best memory of the competition, of course. But yes, this is a very special competition, and where you represent your country, and normally we don't play for so many people, and you don't play for your teammates. It's an individual sport where we play for ourselves, and this is what I think makes this competition very special, the fact that you, first of all, you represent your country, and then you play for so many people that they're supporting you and they're behind. So this is also something to consider when you play this very special competition. Absolutely.
Mark, you know all about that as well. Before I ask you about that, some very important wildcard news for us for 2024.
Yeah, indeed, Catherine, thanks very much, and happy to announce that the two wildcards for the 2024 Davis Cup Finals, we've awarded one wildcard to Spain and the second one to Great Britain.
Good stuff. And I just want to ask you, I mentioned this earlier in the Billie Jean King Cup Finals Qualifiers Draw, It's an Olympic year next year, which is the most exciting thing in tennis. All the fun of the regular season plus the Olympics. You have a gold and a silver medal. You don't have them here today. I'm very disappointed by that. But with Paris just a few months away now, tell us what that'll make next season look like, how important that will be next season.
Well, what's important is the first part of next year, just before the Paris Games start, the players have an opportunity to fulfill their entry requirements for representation, to step in and play for their country. So exciting time for players to step back into either BJK Cup qualification or even Davis Cup qualification. And of course, there's a great synergy between the Olympic Games and representing your country. You are wearing your country's colours. And of course, you get to play with all those emotions that we've seen this week, and I'm sure we'll see at the Paris Games as well. Pride, passion, plenty of emotion.
Amazing. Can't wait. Thank you both. We'll be back with you in just a moment. It's nearly time for the qualifiers draw. But first, let's have a look at the 24 teams who will contest the qualifiers in February. Awesome stuff. So much to play for and to look forward to next year, and only just over 2 months to go until the 2024 Davis Cup season gets underway. Of course, all 24 teams who will be drawn today will begin 2024 with a chance to win that Davis Cup trophy at the end of the year. I'm now going to hand over to Davis Cup Finals head referee Andy Egley to take us through the qualifiers draw. Andy, it is over to you.
Thank you, Katrin. As Mark has already mentioned, the two finalists of today, Australia and Italy, have already secured their place in the 2024 Davis Cup final group stage. They will be joined by the two wildcard nations, Great Britain and Spain. The 24 teams competing in the 2024 Davis Cup qualifiers are the remaining 12 nations who competed in this year's finals, and the 12 winning nations from this year's World Group 1 ties, which took place last September. Today we will be drawing 12 home and away ties, which will take place on the 2nd and 3rd or 3rd and 4th February, with the home nation to choose the date. The winning nations from these ties will advance to the 2024 finals group stage. The seeds for this draw are determined by the latest Davis Cup nation ranking, which includes all the matches played at this year's Final 8. And the full update of this ranking will be published next Monday. The seeded nations are Canada on line 1, Serbia on line 2, on line 3, Croatia. On line 4, Germany. Netherlands goes on line 5. Czechia on line 6. United States of America on line 7. Finland on line 8. Line 9 is France. Kazakhstan on line 10. Sweden on line 11. And finally, Chile on line 12. The 12 unseeded nations are Argentina, Belgium, Brazil, Chinese Taipei, Hungary, Israel, Korea Republic, Peru, Portugal, Slovakia, Switzerland, and Ukraine. We are now going to place the 12 unseeded nations in the Davis Cup. And I'll ask Feliciano to draw those out to determine the 12 ties for February. First one to play Canada. Korea Republic. Okay, choice of ground by lot. We are going to draw whether the seeded or the unseeded nation is playing at home. And to help me with this, Mark, please.
Seeded nation.
Thank you. This means that the tie will take place in Canada. Next one to play Serbia. Slovakia.
Choice of ground, Serbia.
Slovakia will travel to Serbia. To play Croatia. Belgium.
Choice of ground, Croatia.
Croatia will host Belgium. Now moving on to play Germany. Hungary.
Choice of ground, Hungary.
Okay, Germany will travel to Hungary. To play the Netherlands. Switzerland.
Choice of ground, Netherlands.
Netherlands to host Switzerland. Moving on to number 6 seed, Czechia. Czechia will play Israel.
Choice of ground, Czechia.
And the tie will take place in Czechia. Now to play United States of America. Oops. Ukraine.
Choice of ground, by lot.
Okay, Mark.
Unseeded nation.
Thank you. Ukraine against United States. Next one to play Finland. Portugal.
Choice of ground, Finland.
Finland will host Portugal. Looking for the opponent of France now. Chinese Taipei.
I tell you.
Right, Mark.
Unseeded nation.
Thank you. That means that France will travel to Chinese Taipei. Looking for the opponent of Kazakhstan now. Argentina.
Choice of ground, Argentina.
Argentina will host Kazakhstan. To play Sweden. Brazil.
Choice of ground, Sweden.
Sweden will host Brazil. And finally, to play Chile. Peru.
Choice of ground, Chile.
And Chile will host Peru. That concludes the draw for the 2024 Davis Cup Qualifiers. Catherine, back to you.
Andy, thank you. Some really exciting matchups there. And as Andy said, they will be played on either the 2nd to the 3rd or the 3rd to the 4th of February 2024, with home nations having the choice of dates. You can follow all the latest ahead of the qualifiers on daviscup.com and on the competition's social media channels. And a reminder again that we conducted the draw for the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup by Cambridge Qualifiers today. And you can view the outcome of that draw on billiejeankingcup.com. And finally, last but by no means least, good luck to both Italy and Australia, who will contest the 2023 Davis Cup final here in Malaga, with players due on court in less than 2 hours from now. Can't wait. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Estaba esperando un Chile-Argentina.